I've always been into those true simulators, the ones that give the best physics and do the most accurate tracks. It's been a while, but today we have another Journey of Enjoying Sim Racing Again video. A few years back I did league racing on Race Room and Project Cars 2, and the last couple years I've been mainly doing ACC and some on iRacing with more leagues and some endurance racing as well, which I all really enjoyed. But at some point it felt like it wasn't quite giving me the satisfaction that it used to give. It was always about getting the best results rather than enjoying what I'm actually doing, which is driving. And this is quite relative to life outside of sim racing as well, as people tend to look at the destination rather than the journey and what it takes us to get to that destination. All the battles, the overtaking and defending are certainly a part of the journey of racing, and they never get old to me, but the main part of the journey is the driving itself, which I seem to have lost the satisfaction of that I once got from it. So why has this happened? It's actually pretty clear. In the time I've been doing these leagues and endurance races, almost every time I'm racing the same cars in the same tracks, and that's just how it tends to be in the competitive sim racing world. It's also why I began to spend more time on iRacing rather than ACC, because there are actually more people to race with and also with some more unique cars. However, even iRacing's content can feel limited after a while because there's only a few categories that have some good participation. So at some point towards the end of last year, I thought I'd step away from some of those sim titles and just try a simcade title like Forza Horizon 5, and I had really low expectations going into it because I've always wanted the best physics and that connection to the real world, but I was very quickly impressed and I just kept wanting more, so I spent time progressing through it and enjoying just driving all kinds of unique things while still having that acceptable driving experience. It only began to lose its spark once I had driven all the available roads, and having that one single location was always something that would eventually become old, but it certainly is still fun to drive on every once in a while. Also, I don't have much footage from Forza because I have some issues with being able to record it. I also tried one of my childhood favourites, Gran Turismo 4, while I was waiting for the release of Gran Turismo 7, and that kept me coming back to my sim rig with all the unique challenges that came from it, such as its license tests and the driving missions. And then a couple months back, Gran Turismo 7 released, and since then, I've had some of the most fun I've had in sim racing that I've had in a long time. Just the amount of races and challenges it gives you, along with the amount of cars and the different types of cars, has just kept me looking forward to coming back ever since released. There's also something about saving up money that you earn in the sim to purchase that car that you want. It's super satisfying, and you don't really get that experience in your regular sim title. Even things such as the Manufacturers Cup on the online side of Gran Turismo 7 is fun to take part in, where you choose a manufacturer and you race that manufacturer's cars throughout a season. That was just something cool that I really enjoyed. And of course there are its issues which many people complain about on the internet, but for the most part Gran Turismo 7 has really kept me on my sim rig for the past couple months. And I don't even get to the tuning side of things, which is where I spend a lot of my time having fun. And also the livery editor, it's got a really nice livery editor which is very user-friendly, similar to Forza Horizon as well. So you don't have to go into Photoshop like what you'd have to do for iRacing or ACC. It's just a lot easier and honestly a bit more fun to make liveries on. And there is a lot to do. When somebody talks about Gran Turismo 7 lacking content, I tend to shake my head because it probably has the most content any recent sim title has had for a good few years. So what I want to show in this video is that it really is okay to do simcades, and there's nothing to be ashamed of doing them. I don't know why they have that reputation on the internet, but yeah, they're really great, especially if you're getting burnt out from sim racing or you just want to try something a bit new. You'll have a bunch of fun, and I'm sure of it, and there's also lots to keep you busy. And it's also great to mix up your sim racing and simcade experiences. I know some people won't adapt as well as others. It's always giving you something new to look forward to as well, which is great for your well-being, and I covered that topic in a video up there if you would like to have a look at that. So hopefully this might give some of you a little more to enjoy with your sim racing experience. And I didn't mention this, but doing it alone's fun, but doing these simcades with your friends just adds a whole other level to it. So if you've got mates, give them a call and do it together. If you're interested in keeping up to date with sim racing news, updates, league racing, events and more, then be sure to check out simracing247.com. There's always new blog posts every day. And please be sure to share the video if you think this would benefit others. Also like the video, that helps other people find it. And thank you for watching. Go try something new on your sim rig and have some fun.